93 TV, 8:30, 8:22 before 9 o'clock. Ray Richardson, J.J. Jeffrey.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not finished. How about some Red Cross blood drives going on today?
Oh, that's nice.
In your neighborhood, in Portland, on Forest Avenue at the main location for the Red Cross. Also in Biddeford at the American Legion on Elm Street. In Brunswick at St. Paul's Church. Pleasant Streets. Carabasset Valley, home of Sugarloaf USA. And that's where it goes on, Sugarloaf USA. At Point Sebago and Casco, and that's on RR1. Also in Lewiston at Central Maine Medical Center on Main Street. All those blood drives are going on today. Make a donation and help out the good people there.
And don't forget the fixed site on Forest Avenue.
Well, he led with that.
Oh, he did?
He didn't,
Yes, I did.
He didn't choose
I
to make
missed
fun
it.
of it like you do.
Well, I missed it. I'm not making fun of it.
Well,
I missed
I think
it.
you do. I think you make fun of. I wish you wouldn't make fun of the people who work there.
I was engrossed in my support material here, and so there are two significant events that happened today, several years apart. I want to see you two guys being in the music business, if you can identify them.
Well, I'm not really in the music biz, but neither
Well,
are
no,
you.
you had been.
Well, I
Though.
had
Back
been.
in your day, you have
All right.
some musical history. JJ, you have some musical
I have some musical history, of course. Absolutely.
August 7th, 1963. I'll give you this hint. It involves Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello.
Well, what's the deal? Is it like
was
a
a-
movie or something?
It was a beach blanket movie, wasn't it? Of some
Very
sort?
good.
Was it?
Absolutely. It was their first beach party movie. It was released today. Now,
All right. Very good.
Now, here's the really important one. August the 7th, 1970.
1970.
It happened on a Chicago TV station. It was the debut of something very important in music.
What was the year?
1970.
1970.
Was it
August 7th.
be bandstand or something?
It wasn't bandstand, but you're warming up.
Bandstand.
Oh,
was,
not disco, the Danny Terrio thing.
No, not
good.
disco, but you're
Yeah.
still, you're in that idea.
Well,
Huh.
fun of the idea
that
anymore.
that doesn't work for me at all, Ray. Does not work.
Got it.
Well, what could it be? It has to do with music, you
It
say?
was the debut
of Soul Train.
Train.
Oh, Soul
Got
Train.
it with Don Cornelius.
Absolutely.
I like the way he says.
that guy have
his
a
name.
voice?
What a voice on him.
And Sister Rose.
No. That's another one.
Oh, okay.
That's another one.
Well, but I was close.
That's the song. Too late to turn back now.
City of South Portland says you too, J.J. Jeffries, can have your pet chicken.
Oh, that's great.
You
Oh,
too.
we're doing Ted's Animal News
We
now.
have a couple of
Great.
pieces. We got a
We
couple
love
of
that.
pieces.
Okay.
City of South Portland, preliminary approval to lift a ban on pet chickens. You see, gentlemen, 10-year-old Olivia Collins and her parents want to raise chickens in their backyard. So they spent months lobbying to change a city ordinance. On Monday night, the council voting 5-2 to pass the first reading of the ordinance. The debate will go on before the council, before final approval next month. The public will have another chance to address the council at this pet chicken meeting in South Portland.
That's amazing.
The essence of local government, right
That's
there.
amazing, but true, isn't it?
Yeah, I was hoping to have the chicken fest out there, but that's going to be the wrong place. Well, you can't go naming the chickens and then have a chicken fest
Exactly,
out there. Wow.
because if you got Henry over in the corner,
Oh.
you can't say, well, he's the guy on the plate.
No ordinary kitten, my last one. Ordinary kitten that wandered into an auto parts store in Sanford, Maine. Sanford, Maine. No ordinary kitten. It was a feisty, frightened bobcat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right there in the auto parts store. The tiny feline entered VIP yesterday as Jason Hamilton arrived to buy new tires. Well, Hamilton said he tried to call it to him like it was an ordinary cat, but it wouldn't come. Showed its teeth and pooped. The bobcat wandered the length of the store before heading into the bathroom, where it hid behind the toilet. Turlet, as Archie would say. Sanford police arrived anyway. Agreed it looked like a bobcat. Summoned a game warden. They donned their thick gloves, brought the kitten out in a red plastic basket. It was then placed in a cardboard box with a lid and air holes in it and headed to the Maine Wildlife Park in Gray.
PETA would be proud.
PETA would be proud.
Now, Ted Talbot, something PETA would not be proud of, but this was specifically directed to you through me.
Oh.
Our friend Rodney says, here's something for Ted to do in a couple of weeks.
Oh.
August 17th, 18th, and 19th, they have Neil Olson's Trapper Weekend in Bethel.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No,
Trapper
sir.
Weekend
Trapper
in Bethel.
Weekend.
I've been pretty burnt on the whole festival thing, but I might try something down the road.
He says the only thing that's required is a camo shirt, which I'm sure you have,
A camo shirt. Oh, certainly. I'll go through my camo gear.
and a jug of, what does Roy Leonardson call half and half and Allen's coffee brandy?
I don't know.
Yes, he has a specific name for
Something
it.
about as, isn't it?
In the glass.
Oh, as. Is it fat ass in a glass? That's
There
what
we
it is.
go.
That's exactly what it is.
Those are the only two requirements: a camo shirt and fat ass in a glass.
Well, by golly, you could do that any day in Lewiston or something, couldn't you? You could just show up in a street corner somewhere. I'm sorry. I can't see the
I
Fox.
thought Roy said it was in Waldoboro.
It probably is. Thanks for calling the Fox Morning News from LOB and Fox 23. You're on. Good morning. There you go. Thanks very much. Oh, by the way, on this show tomorrow, White House Press Secretary Tony Snow, we're going to be talking the FISA law. Yes, we are. We're going to be chatting about immigration just a little because it gets you all worked up, so maybe not. We only have 10 minutes, and, your questions are 10 minutes, so we got to move. And a couple of other things. But we move all around with Tony, so we'll do that coming up.
I was wondering, since we have caller ID here, do you think we could forward that fella's phone number to DHHS and see if he should be out looking for a job right now instead of giving his government check to support his calling habits?
That might work. Thanks for calling the Fox Morning News from LOB and Fox. You're on. Good morning. Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
Ray,
Yes, sir.
I told you who's doing the calling.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He says it's Hemp Man.
No, it's not Hemp Man. Hemp Man has much more principle than that. Plus, it takes a lot of lung power to do what this guy's doing. Hemp Man doesn't have it.
That's a good point.
No,
Well,
so-
when you're the hemper of Smokeland, it does begin to affect your
That's
lungs.
what I'm saying. Thanks for calling the Fox Morning News. You're on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Just wanted to bring this up to you folks. I know there's a huge Democratic debate tonight, and
Yeah.
I heard,
Keith Olbermann. Keith Olbermann, the big moderator. You're excited.
yeah, extremely.
Yes.
I heard this on the radio station I listened to about a comment Obama made, and I'm just curious what your thoughts are. Apparently, Mr. Obama wants all of our grade school kids to be taught sex education. I don't know about you guys, but I think if I had kids in school, I would be more concerned about their learning the ABCs and learning about SEX. And,
You're right. We're late on a break, but you're absolutely. We'll come back with this one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Age-appropriate sex education. Obama says, why not kindergarten?
5 years old.
8:45. Fox Morning News, LOB and Fox 23.
Good morning, everyone. This is meteorologist Paul Cousins with your latest Fox forecast. The fog will thin out to periods of hazy sunshine by mid to late morning. Very humid. There might be an isolated thunder shower inland late. Temperatures are going to reach the low to mid 80s, but it will be cooler right along the coastline. Showers and scattered thunderstorms return late tonight. Patchy fog, mid-60s. Occasional rain tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms, some heavy. Quite humid, upper 70s to near 80, warmest inland. Sunny and drier Thursday, highs around 80. Cooler at the coast, a beautiful day. Considerable cloudiness Friday, showers possible near 80, cooler along the shore. Partly cloudy and warmer Saturday, mid-80s, again cooler at the coastal edge.
You're watching Discoveries and Breakthroughs.
And that's a Fox Watch across America.
You're watching WPFO, Fox 23, Portland, Maine.
Listen, dear, I tried going on one of those summer vacations once. I was never so miserable in my life. I just kept thinking about all those summertime meals I was missing in Mardens. So when Daddy said, let's go to the lobster breeding grounds this summer, dear, I said, you go ahead, darling. I'm going to stay right here and camp out at Mardens. Ah, this is the life.
I should have bought it when I saw it at Mardens.
Good morning, Fox Morning News time, 8:51. There you go, right on the money. 9 before 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. Fog and clouds will lift to partly sunny skies, humid today, but more in the way of clouds and showers for Wednesday tomorrow. 775-1310, outside Greater Portland, it's 877-393-8255. Thanks for calling the Fox Morning News. You are on. Good morning. Hello?
hey, how you mugs doing?
Hey, how you doing, Muggy Boy?
All right, listen, with the thing with Maine, they should do more advertising down in the New York area.
You think so? Why? You folks don't spend money. You're cheap down there.
Oh, no, everybody that's come up here liked it to visit us. We went to the different things up here, fairs and the racetrack and everything.
So, yeah, that's good, though. No, I'd like to hear that. That's great.
We've got a New York agency who is marketing Maine through our tourism bureau. Can't talk here. So maybe that's why, because we have so many New Yorkers coming to Maine.
Well,
I hope so.
So what, your friends like what they see when they come up, though. That's encouraging.
Definitely.
Oh, that's nice. Well, what was some of their favorite things to do there? One of the fairs? They didn't go to Wilton. We know that. Where'd they go?
Well, we took them to the thing in Yarmouth down there, the clam bake. And,
Oh, yeah. Well, that's very touristy. Yeah,
we
that's
took them around Bangor. They loved it. We went to the racetrack. We went to the slots, made a donation.
Made a donation. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Of course, you made a donation. Eh?
Ask him if he'd like to see a casino built in the state of Maine.
Oh, yeah? Where are you on
Definitely.
gambling? Huh? That would spur
Definitely.
economic growth right there. In fact, why don't you give that to One Array for the suggestions? We have plenty of space when Brunswick pulls out, the Naval Air Station, when that closes down. Brunswick is pulling out. Right there, a big old spot for, well, what goes on in Brunswick, young fellow, stays in Brunswick, right? Hey, there he goes, right there. The coolest caller we got, right there, Charlie. Thank you very much, baby. Thanks for calling the Fox Morning News. You're on. Good morning. Hello. No, we're losing them. We're losing them terribly. It's just, just talking right into the phone could be tricky. A part of, and we only got a few. Actually, we got more than a few. Rundown.
We got a bunch of them here.
Just for fun before we take the next.
Initially, people. The first caller said the people of Maine. We know the work ethic has been pretty much legendary.
These are
around
the
world.
assets, right?
Absolutely,
assets Maine has to work with to make this thing, our state, move forward.
One of the other suggestions is that we've got to get able-bodied people off the welfare system. That will help reduce the cost of government and therefore be a building block for prosperity. Maine state workers, another good suggestion, getting them involved in the process, allowing them to actually talk about the issues facing government and how we solve them. They're on the front lines. They know what's going on, but we've got to find a way to protect them so when they speak out, they don't lose their jobs. Another was to reduce the size of the legislature. I think we all would agree the legislature in the state of Maine is too large. It tries to do too much. We have so many people there who want to put their name on a bill so they can act as though they did something. And we saw that, 2,400 bills. We are a net exporter of electrical power. This guy says we ought to pull out of the ISO New England and double our rates for power that's been exported, and we can drop the rates here in the state of Maine, which will be a building block to a strong economy, and that's also true. Another guy said we ought to look at tidal power because that's something else. Obviously, we have a vast coastline, so that's an opportunity for us. And I think it was Charlie just called in and said, more advertising in New York.
More advertising in New York, yeah? And the casino. Put Charlie down for casino right there. Put it down. Charlie, casino. Casino / Charlie right there. Thanks for calling the Fox Morning News from LOB and Fox. You're on. Good morning.
Do you trust the...
There you go. God, this guy's got no life. Thanks for calling a Fox Morning News from LOB. Oh, it's all right. Here's the point, I think, to all of this. And people are going to say everybody can consider an asset. Everybody more likely is going to encounter a hurdle, right, to what the assets are, and many more hurdles maybe than there are assets. So what do? Well, it's very easy to complain. And I think the whole point of your exercise here this morning was to say, all right, here's what we have to build. If you were to go sell the state to prospective entrepreneurs, prospective business people, corporations, well, what would it be that you would have in your briefcase, in your PowerPoint presentation? That's a little bit of what you wanted to come out today.
Sure.
And I think we got a couple of good things out of this thing. Normally, most people in the boardroom is going to go back with all of the barriers.
Well, there are
how you address all of that.
There are barriers, but we know what those are. What we're not ever talking about, nowhere in this state do we really talk about in a demonstrative way all the great things we have here, which are the reasons people want to live in Maine. It's why my wife and I have chosen to raise our 4 children here. We've made a commitment to become part of the fabric here. We've been here a little over 22 years. This is a fabulous place. It's a great place to live. It could be a great place to work and prosper. We just need to build on our assets, and we need to eliminate our barriers.
Thanks for calling the Fox Morning News. You're on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. I live in Poland. I am a senior citizen. And what I would like to do, for one thing, I'd like the phone number to Governor Baldacci's office. I want to make an appointment with him.
Good for you.
I have a lot of grief about the Department of Human Services. They want you to be healthy. They want you to take care of yourself. And when you're physically unable to do that and you can't eat properly, they cut your, the benefit for the farm share program, if you know what that is.
Oh, yeah. So you're
from $100 down to $50 this year.
Oh, boy.
You can't eat properly. You only have $13 worth of food stamps a month. Whoopee. And I've worked hard in this state my whole life. I've brought up all my kids, and they're all good citizens, contributing. And
You've done your part, huh?
I've done my part, and now I'm at an age now where I can't physically go out there and do it. I get around, but that's it. And the point is, they told me, one of the workers there told me, we're not here to feed you.
Well,
Those
that
were
helps.
her exact words.
Well, that helps. Maybe if you, I don't
Well,
want
the
to get...
Kennebec Journal's trying to change that.
I don't want to get
They're
nasty.
absolutely trying to change that. Two things. Number one, to Governor Baldacci's credit, he is extremely accessible. If you want to meet with him, you can meet with him.
Well, generally speaking.
Yeah,
yes,
he's very accessible.
All right.
So call his office. I'll be glad to give you that number. We give it out here periodically. We haven't done it in a while.
True.
287-3531. 287-3531.
287-3521.
3531. But he's very accessible. I give him a lot of credit for being accessible as he is.
And use Ray's name. That'll get you in the door.
Well, there is no checks and balances, I don't think, in the in the DHS office.
Listen, we hear that every single day, every single day. Let us know how far you get. We'll be interested to know that. Thank you for the call, darling. Good luck to you.
And I think he would agree with you. I think he would agree that DHHS is in a mess. It's been in a mess for a lot longer than he's been around, a lot longer than a lot of people have been around. And finding a way to fix it, that's the problem. It's going to cause some pain in the state to fix it.
It's just a massive bureaucracy. Where do you start? Well, you start with, what did we say during the gubernatorial run? You start with maybe some accounting of what's going on in there, right? You start with an internal gutting is what you do, and see where the waste is, if you can. Thanks for calling the Fox Morning News from LOB and Fox 23. You're on. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Listen, thank you very much for what you guys do. Listen, you guys were asking, what can we do to build the foundation of this state? Well, I'll keep it really simple. We should go right back to the beginning of time of this country, when this country was founded to not just escape England, which was riddled with Catholic doctrine. We started this country on the principles of the Bible. You know something? If we just get back to the principles of what it was that this country was founded on, I think economics would just follow naturally.
You think economics can follow morals?
Amen. If everyone starts doing what it is that they're asked to be done by the Lord, by golly, the answers are real simple. We just got to get away from this leftist, liberal, Marxist type of thinking and get back to the book.
You are something, baby. Thank you very much. See you all tomorrow. Fox Morning News, LOB and Fox 23.
With one click, access the latest news and sports at myfoxmaine.com.